This is Mato. In this video I will show you the game between Baadur Jobava and Evgeny Bareev. This very beautiful chess game was played in Greece in 2003. Baadur Jobava had white pieces and he started with e4. Evgeny Bareev played c6, d4, d5, and we have a Caro-Kann defense. Knight to d2, d takes on e4, knight takes pawn on e4, bishop to f5, attacking the knight, knight to g3, attacking the bishop, bishop to g6, h4, threatening h5, h6, knight to f3, and Bareev played knight to d7, preventing knight to e5. If, for example, black plays knight to f6, then knight to e5, attacking the bishop. So we have knight to d7, h5, attacking the bishop, gaining the space on the board, bishop to h7, bishop to d3, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, knight from g to f6, bishop to d2, preventing queen to a5 check, preparing to castle queenside, e6, and Baadur Jobava castled queenside, bishop to e7, queen to e2, Evgeny Bareev castled kingside, king to b1, c5, white to move. How would you continue? First move that comes to mind is, I guess, d takes on c5. Baadur Jobava played d5, a pawn sacrifice. Why? E takes on d5. White to move. Any idea what white may do in this position? Baadur Jobava sacrifice the bishop. Pawn takes bishop. Knight to f5. And now you can understand why white sacrificed the pawn. Black pawn is no longer on e6, thus making knight to f5 possible. The threat is knight takes bishop and knight takes pawn on h6. Rook to e8, knight takes pawn check, king to f8, knight to g5. For a sacrificed piece, white has a pawn, plus the attack on black king. Is that enough for a sacrificed piece? Queen to b6, queen to f3, knight to e5, attacking the queen, queen to g3, bishop to d6, making the room for black king to escape, plus more. You will see what more. If black plays a random move like a6, then knight to h7 check, knight takes knight, queen to g8 checkmate. So you have bishop to d6, knight to f5, black to move. What would you do in this position if you had black pieces? Can you make something of the discovered attack on the queen? Evgeny Bareev played queen takes pawn on b2 check, king takes queen, knight to c4 check, discovered attack on the queen, king to b3, bishop takes queen, white to move. How would you continue? I guess first move that comes to mind is knight takes bishop. Baadur Jobava played h6, knight to a5 check. If trying to save the bishop with, for example, bishop to e5, then h7, knight takes pawn, rook takes pawn, threatening rook takes pawn on f7. So we have knight to a5 check, king to a4, b5. If knight to c4, then pawn takes bishop. Evgeny Bareev decided to save the bishop. King takes knight, bishop to c7 check. King takes pawn on b5, rook from a to b8 check, king to a4, knight to e4, and white must be very careful. Black knight can come to c3, forking the king and the rook. Could be even worse. For example, f3, a random move. Then rook to b4 check, king to a3, knight to c3, and white is lost. For example, h7, checkmate. So after knight to e4, how should white continue? Is white in trouble? Baadur Jobava played rook takes pawn on d5, knight to c3 check, king to a3, knight to b5. This is check. If knight takes rook, then h7 is deadly. So we have knight to b5 check, king to b2, knight to d4 discovered check. White to move. What is the best square for white king? Is it c3, a3, c1? Definitely not a1. What is your choice? Baadur Jobava played the best move, king to c3. Other moves are losing. For example, if king to c1, then bishop to f4 check, knight to e3, rook takes knight, pawn takes rook, check, king to d1, checkmate. And if king goes to a3, then knight takes pawn on c2 check, king to a4, checkmate. So Jobava played king to c3, knight to b5 check. White to move. White played a move and black resigned. King to d3, black resigned in view of h7, h8, queen. What a game. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your king hunt. And bye for now.